Welcome back into another video. We've had a very quick turnaround since the last video, but honestly, I'm having fun with the series. We got new leaks that's steering the Chapter 21 speculations into a totally different direction. In today's video, we're going to refine our theory and go over the new possibilities for Chapter 21. How's it going, everyone? My name is Schmuckles. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I also stream on Twitch on Wednesday and Sunday nights. The link for that is in the description below. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video if you want to see our predictions for the best fit licenses given the updated profile for the new killer based on the new leaks. Big shout out to DBD Leaks for data mining the leaks in this video. I'm gonna link DBD Leaks' Twitter down below. DBD Leaks had some insane news. This leak is completely fresh. Some new info concerning new characters, more info about the Chapter 21.5 later today. I can say with 99% certainty that the new survivor is original. The new survivor for some reason is not going to release with the 5.2.0 patch, which is Chapter 21. Wow, so this means that Chapter 21 is likely a standalone licensed killer. This is going to completely change a lot of possibilities. The standalone killers we've seen so far are Leatherface and Ghostface. With Ghostface, they didn't bring in Sidney Prescott because they only licensed the Ghostface original mask. They did not go through the Scream franchise. For Leatherface, the obvious survivor from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre would have been Sally Hardesty. I did some research and it's possible that they struggled to get her likeness rights. Unfortunately, the actress who played Sally, Marilyn Burns, passed away from a heart attack at the age of 65. So the likeness rights went to her parents, and her parents were rumored to be spiteful and resistant to handing out her likeness rights. Obviously, Behavior probably could have licensed Sally the character without the likeness rights like Laurie Strode, but it's widely known that the release of Bubba and the Nightmare were really rushed. These were back-to-back really rushed chapters. So maybe fighting the battle to license Sally Hardesty was kicked out of priority. Let's go over the new license possibilities for Chapter 21 given this new information. We need to start considering franchises that don't have a good fit for a survivor in the chapter. If there are franchises out there that have fit our theory so far, if they have a clear and obvious survivor that would come in with the chapter, they're likely off the table now. Not only that, but our Chapter 21 licensed killer will likely have a legendary skin that transforms them into a different character from the same franchise. The following chapters don't make sense with the new information. Ellen Ripley with the Alien, Dutch with the Predator, Slenderman wouldn't have a good legendary, RJ McReady with the Thing, Bill or Beverly with Pennywise, Karen or Andy Barclay with Chucky. I'm not so sure about Pinhead and Kirsty Cotton. Honestly, I think a Pinhead standalone still isn't completely impossible. Obviously, if Behavior's okay with changing the gender of the killer through the legendary skin, it could still be Candyman with Helen Lyle through TriStar Pictures only. This could make sense because there's no clear survivor if they only have the TriStar Picture license, which is the original Candyman movie. It could be a Mr. X base with either a William Birkin, Albert Wesker, Lady Dimitrescu, or Jack Baker legendary skin. Honestly, this theory makes the most sense so far, especially because we saw 4 Resident Evil survivors come in the Resident Evil chapter. I could see Chapter 21 being a standalone Mr. X chapter with no Ada Wong or Ethan Winters because we already have 4 iconic Resident Evil survivors in the game already. I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again, if Capcom offered Nemesis and Mr. X to Behavior, it's likely that they would have split these 2 killers up into 2 different chapters. Resident Evil is such a good franchise for killer legendary skins as well. In fact, a legendary skin with this franchise kind of makes more sense than any other franchise that I can think of. Mr. X could have a very generic working power that would make sense with Wesker, Baker, Birkin, or Dimitrescu. We already posted a video where Matthew Cote was asked about bringing in new Resident Evil content after the Resident Evil DLC. If you want to see the best parts of that interview, you can click on the title above. There's also more footage from that interview that I didn't include. Here it is.
Was Nemesis always the go-to option for the killer? Did you guys think about maybe getting a Tyrant in there or something else? Or is he always like,
No,
you know what, it's got to be Nemesis for this?
Everything was under consideration. Like we thought about all the possible ways we could go about doing this. And when we talked to Capcom at the very beginning, we came to them with a plan. And we were open, obviously, to them having feedback or suggestions, but we came with a plan, and the plan was Nemesis, because we thought that he has a special place in the Resident Evil world, and he's just, I mean, they're all terrifying, but he has I think it's, I don't know, it's a more intimate and intimidating presence. We thought he would fit really, really well, and he does.
Yeah, he seems like the easier pick on the killer side because, you know, Tyrant has been around for a long time, but he lacks that Nemesis charisma, that like sense of like you're gonna get fucked up if he's in the same room with you.
Yeah.
kind of feeling.
Another franchise that seems to match the idea of a paragraph chapter is the FNAF franchise. If Behavior sees no clear and obvious survivor to come from FNAF, for example because we almost never see any of the security camera operators, then maybe they've opted for a paragraph. FNAF is a franchise where legendary skins would make sense because there are so many different characters that make sense as a DBD killer. So we'd be looking at a Springtrap base with one of the iconic animatronics as a legendary skin. If FNAF were to come in for Chapter 21, that would mean that Scott was trolling when he said there were no collaborations this year for FNAF. I showed you guys an interview with my friend Venom Xenomorph, and he said that Scott has been known to troll a lot. If you want to see that video, you can click on the title above. Based on the new information, I'd say that these 4 chapters are now what's most likely. In my opinion, the Resident Evil Part 2 seems like the best fit, then Candyman, then Pinhead, or Springtrap. Honestly, it's kind of bad news if this chapter isn't Candyman. It's seeming more and more likely that Behavior just aren't able to get the Candyman license, so we may never see Candyman in DBD. DBD Leaks also posted a mid-chapter 21.5 cosmetic release. I'm gonna put it up on screen so you can have a look. As you can see, the Paragraph Survivor for this mid-chapter has an original chapter cosmetic release schedule. So DBD Leaks thinks that it's very likely that the new Survivor will be original. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.